Consider the relationship 5r plus 2t equals 15. Write the relationship as a function r equals to f of t. That means they want you to solve it for r, because r is the same thing as f of t, meaning you want it to be solved in terms of t. So we are going to start with the 5r plus 2t equals 15, and we're trying to solve for r. So the first thing I need to do is get rid of the 2t by a minus 2t to cancel it out. But what you do to one side, you got to do to the other. So I'm going to have to subtract 2t over here. Now it cancels on the left, and that just brings you down to the 5r. And then on the right, I'm actually going to put the subtract 2t first. And then since that's a positive 15, I'll put plus 15 behind it. I just like my algebra to be in descending order, so that's what I'm going to do. The next step is to get rid of the 5. So since it's 5 times r, I'm going to turn around and divide by 5 to cancel that out. But what you do to one side, you got to do to the other side. Now since the other side is an entire binomial, I have to distribute the division, because dividing is the opposite of multiplying. So you have to distribute the division as well. So on the left, boom, there's my r. And on the right, I'll have a negative 2/5 t plus 15 divided by 5 is 3. So that's what I'm going to type in right here in Mobius. Negative 2/5 t plus 3. So that's my first answer. Now remember, r, I know I solved it for r. That's the same thing as f of t. It's one and the same. Okay? So in the next one it says calculate or evaluate f of negative 5. So basically I'm just going to take this equation and take out the t and plug in a negative 5. So this is going to be negative 2/5 times t, which is negative 5 plus 3. Now, the nice thing on this is that the 5's cross cancel, because this is like 5 over 1. The 5's just cross cancel out. But then it's a negative 2 times a negative, technically these become 1's, so that's a positive 2, and positive 2 plus 3 is a 5. So the answer right here should be a 5. That's my second answer. And then the last part, part C, says solve when f of t is a 13. So that means in this equation up here, you're going to put the 13 where the f of t is. And then solve the equation for t. It says solve f of t equal to 13. So put the 13 where the f of t is, and then, do your math magic and solve it for t. So first thing I'm going to do is subtract the 3 right here on both sides. 13 minus 3 is 10, and that's going to equal the negative 2/5 t. Excuse me. And then the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. So that this 5 will cross cancel out that 5. 5 times 10, I'm sorry, I'm running out of room here, so follow me. 5 times 10 is 50, and that's going to equal a negative 2t. I got rid of the 5, but the negative 2 is still there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is divide off that negative 2 so that those cancel, leaving me with a positive t. And 50 divided by negative 2 is negative 25. And that's this answer right here. So I'm just going to go back to Mobius. And, whoops. I had typed this in earlier, and I need to fix it now. Sorry. I was messing around with it earlier. This was 5, and this was -5, and how'd I do? Oh no, where's the how do I do thing? Ah! I'm not sure what happened here. I had messed around with it earlier. Okay, here we go. How did I do? There we go. Now I got him right. I don't know what it was doing. But anyway, I had clicked on this to get it into where I could use the equation editor. There it was. And there's the other answers. So I had forgot to backspace, I guess, or go back to fix it. There we go. All my greens. I'm good. And then down here they show you pretty much exactly what I did, except right here they didn't put it in descending order. But that's okay. It still works. They did plug and chug the -5 and got 5, and then they did set it equal to 13. They put the 13 on the right side. I had it on the left side, but it doesn't really matter. They got the same answers. It's all good.